Yo, it's Drewberry here. We got a new hot location in Marvel Snap, the Superflow. If you have no cards here, +1 energy each turn. So if you've been playing Marvel Snap, you've probably come across this location. It's not new, but it is now being labeled as a hot location. So what that means is you're going to see it 60% more often than you were previously, okay, in your games. The difference would be with a featured location, you would see it 40% more often. And featured locations are brand new to the game that hang out in the game for about like 2 or 3 days. Whereas this hot location, it's only today. It's just Sunday, June 26th. So take advantage of it while you can. And I have 3 cards, one from each pool of cards that I think will help, that you can maybe slide into your decks. And then also I'm highlighting 3 that you should probably avoid. Take them out of your decks and replace them with one of the ones I suggest. Okay, let's get into it. So with the Superflow, I want to preface that I don't actually think the best strategy is to work for the benefit of this location. More often than not when I'm playing games, I actually find if I proactively place cards on this location, which will ruin the benefit, I'm not going to get that bonus energy. My opponent is going to farm that energy and completely ignore placing cards here, and it's just an easy win location, right? So it's actually a pretty reasonable strategy to just pretend like this location does nothing and start playing your cards there, especially if you have a decent enough curve, don't feel like you need that energy. Then just go for it, play on the Superflow. But here instead, what I'm trying to do is, okay, let's say we really want to maximize the benefit that the Superflow provides. Well, here's 3 cards that I think will do so. So in pool 1, and I also just want to always mention that the way Marvel Snap works is you have 3 pools of cards. Those mystery cards that you're pulling are not 100% random. They come in segments as your collection level progresses. So if you're in Pool 1, your collection level is 0 to 214, I believe. I would suggest putting in Strong Guy. The reason for this is that with the extra mana that you're getting, the extra energy every turn, you're probably going to be playing your cards at a faster clip. And you're going to get the benefit of Strong Guy, where he does, if you have no cards in your hand, you're going to get +6 energy, which makes Strong Guy a 2-cost 9 energy card. Fantastic value. And I just think that as we're getting more energy, playing more cards, you're going to have a better opportunity of playing him. So he might be a good consideration to put in your deck, especially if you're playing like a Flood deck, or what's really popular right now is any variation of Carnage Nova with a lot of 1-cost cards. Easy toss in to put in Strong Guy and just kind of guarantee that you get an extra boost. Okay, Pool 2. So in Pool 2, there's a card called Sunspot. So if you haven't seen this one before, he's a 1-cost, 1-power card, but for every unspent energy in every turn, I thought it was just 1 turn, but it's every turn, you're going to get that added to his power. So let's say on turn 3, I have 4 energy because of the Superflow, right? But I only play a 2-cost card. Well, that 2 leftover energy is going to convert to power for Sunspot. So for that example, that's exactly why I think the Superflow is really synergistic with Sunspot, because if you already have a decently curved deck and you don't feel like you're going to need this bonus energy, playing Sunspot on 1 is probably going to guarantee he gets to at least like a 1 mana 6 or 7 power card. Like I've seen Sunspot get up to like 12. Like if you can really maximize the benefit out of this guy. Yes, of course you're not going to be using the energy, and sometimes it feels bad when you play a card that uses your entire energy that turn and Sunspot doesn't get the bonus power, but I think it just opens up that opportunity, and it's a decent way to take advantage of the bonus energy you're getting from Superflow. Okay, and then last one is, you might not have seen this card or heard of it. You've probably seen Hobgoblin, which I also suggest, but that's a Pool 2 card, and I thought Sunspot would be a little bit better. But we have the Green Goblin in Pool 3. So this is probably the best example. I have a picture here. Somebody played this on me and I just clicked like, oh, that's a really good play. He's only 3 and he's going to give -3. So whatever. It takes up a spot as well. But when you play it on the Superflow, which I'm sure there's not a lot of cards being played there, people are probably trying to max out the energy benefit. He's going to flip to the other side, so he's not only going to take a spot on your opponent's end, give them -3 power, he's also going to ruin their flow, their super flow, so they're not going to get that +1 energy, which they might have been banking on for the rest of the match. So disruption, negative power, consuming position, it pretty much just locks in the win for that lane. So I really suggest mixing in Green Goblin. It's pretty easy fit into most decks. So I think that'd be a good opportunity. Hobgoblin, which is in Pool 2, is a 5-cost -8 card that goes the same effect. He'll flip to the other side on reveal. That's a great opportunity as well. I would suggest that in the Pool 2 if you want to add another card and really maximize the benefit today. Okay, so some cards to maybe think about avoiding, or maybe take them out of your deck if they're in there already. So for Pool 1, I suggest taking out Squirrel Girl. The reason being, you usually want to play Squirrel Girl early enough to get your Carnage Nova combo off, and she's going to land on the Superflow and ruin your flow. That might not be the worst thing in the world. It might be to the benefit of your, like I was saying before, like if you're just don't care about getting that extra energy, you want to play on that lane and win it, well great, that you can go for it. But if we're really trying to maximize the Superflow, then this is just going to ruin it, and it's a dead card. Ebony Maw, I don't suggest. So Ebony Maw, you can't play him after turn 3, and after you play him in a lane, you can't play cards in that lane anymore. So the biggest reason to avoid him is because you can't play him after turn 3. So, like, why would I put him there in the Superflow, and then I can't benefit later, and somebody's going to drop like a Hulk or America Chavez or something and just win the lane and get that mana benefit that I'm now losing out on since turn 3. Like, it's just, you're going to be way far behind. He's a tricky card to use overall. I haven't really seen it played much, but definitely not today. Take him out today. Then the last one for Pool 3 is Mysterio. So if you haven't seen Mysterio yet, what he'll do is he'll kind of have the Squirrel Girl effect of he'll play himself in 3 locations. So you're going to get, it'll look like you're going to get 3 5-power cards in each lane. But the text for Mysterio is that only one, the lane that you played it in, at the end of the game is going to give you that benefit of 5 power. The other 2 are like mirages to make your opponent think, oh shoot, what if he actually has Mysterio in this lane? I have to overcompensate my lane to beat that power level, when really it's just a mirage and it's going to disappear at the end of the game. But those mirages are going to cancel your Superflow. So you don't want them there. Even worse, they're not even going to give you power at the end of the game. So they're literally just blocking mana for you, and that feels bad. So I suggest not taking him out. So him and Squirrel Girl are kind of the same reason to avoid. Take them out of your deck if you have them in right now. Put some of these other cards in. Take advantage of the Superflow and get those cubes. Thank you everybody for watching. Subscribe, like the video if you want to. If you don't want to, that's no problem. I'm having fun playing this game and I just wanted to share it. Alright, catch you later.